Kathy, how are you doing today?
I'm great. How are you, Danielle?
Good. Thank you so much for coming today to talk to me a little bit about Myers-Briggs.
I'm happy to do it.
Great. Well, I'm asking several folks within the organization how they utilize the Myers-Briggs tool, and so just wanted to ask you a couple questions in relation to that.
Sure.
Now, I'm specifically interested in our conversation about the thinking and feeling
Yes.
dichotomy. Do you know what those represent a little bit?
Absolutely. My understanding is that thinkers make decisions based on facts and logic, or like to make decisions based on facts and logic, and feelers like to make their decisions based on harmony amongst people and values, their personal values.
Great. That is a great summary. So, which preference do you prefer to?
I'm a strong thinker.
Okay, so you're a strong thinker. All right, so what do you do on a day-to-day basis that really helps energize you in relation to thinking?
Well, I get to deal with a lot of just looking at facts and making decisions based on facts, which appeals to the objective, logical side of me. I also really enjoy the give and take of brainstorming on how to solve a problem, really looking at what are the facts of the problem, what do we need to address about the problem, what are different possible solutions, what are the pros and cons of each of those possible solutions. That's something that really energizes me.
Oh, great. So you get a lot of energy throughout the day just based upon those things.
Absolutely.
So there are times within your workday where you'll need to do your opposite preference. So what do you do to try to recharge yourself?
What I've found is that if I can find ways to accommodate the opposite preference without sort of changing my general process, it helps quite a bit. Like, it's generally speaking, I like to be objective about things. I don't want to, I would tend to blow past a personal reaction that somebody's having to what I'm saying and just focus on the facts and the logic and not address it. But I've learned to take that reaction and actually add it as one of my data points to what's going on. So I need to add that data point in and consider it and actually make that part of my decision-making process. And that helps me deal then with somebody that is more of a feeler and is focused more on that harmony part of things and not just blow right past it like I might tend to otherwise.
Oh, great. So you're looking, at the person's reactions and maybe how they're responding to the information provided to get that full picture approach.
Absolutely.
Very good. Great example. Thank you. Now, of course, there's, the saying two heads are better than one. And so when you're working on a project or creating new reports, leveraging both perspectives to get the best result. Do you have an example? You provided one just now, but do you have another example of how you leverage the feeling perspective?
Yeah, I find that, for one thing, it does bring something to the table that I don't have, and actually looking at that and valuing that makes a big difference. I find that if I just, again, rephrase how I look at things, like the steps I take to go through the process have a logical order. And typically if somebody would propose a solution to something, my first reaction would be to figure out why it works and why it doesn't work. I might start with questioning what they were thinking with this part of it and actually start picking at it a little bit. And I find with people that are feelers and want harmony, instead it works better if instead you go to the point of, okay, I agree with that. I really think that part of the idea is great. And really focus on the areas of agreement first, and then go back to, okay, well, here are the potential problems I see. How can we address those problems? I can still get to what my reaction would be, but it's just switching up the order can make a big difference in how the person perceives what you're doing.
Oh, good. And I bet that that's helped you as far as getting to your end result more efficiently.
And it helps me take into account some things that I might not have taken into account previously.
Oh, great. Well, I really appreciate you taking the time to share how you utilize the Myers-Briggs